It's 101 ESPN live from Super Bowl 44 in Miami.
Welcome back to Fort Lauderdale Radio Row, getting ready for Super Bowl 44. D'Marco Farr, Randy Carricker, great to have you with us. And a visit with Tiki Barber, formerly of the New York Giants, now of NBC and of Yahoo. Thanks for stopping by.
I'm glad to stop by. You know, I heard you before you went to that last break. You want to stop by and eat something at, where was that place?
At Johnny's.
Johnny, you need to stop going to Johnny's.
Why?
Because look at you.
Lunch and lingerie. Wait a minute. You
eat
sat
like-
here for 5 minutes. We go on air, and then you shoot me a hot
I
one.
gotta
Look
shoot
at
you.
you.
Like that.
Media guy.
I remember when you played,
Yeah?
and
I'm still the same size, maybe a little bigger in certain areas. You
Yes.
lost some weight. You're about.
I did.
Yeah.
You know why?
What?
Yoga. You got to get into yoga. Bikram yoga.
Really?
I
Gotta
can't do.
get you
I'm
right.
not doing yoga. Yoga's for skill position guys.
I can see you up in there with a tight pair of shorts.
See, that's why I don't
trying to do
go.
some Yoga.
That's why I don't go. Right there, man.
Yeah,
That's-
you know what? Don't go.
That's
No,
cold.
I changed my mind.
I
Don't
take
go.
that back. Where do you work out? I'm going. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be right in front of you. You know, downward dog all day just because of you. I was gonna. Do you miss football? I mean, you were so busy.
Don't,
Yeah.
I don't. You know, I was ready to leave when I left, and it was interesting in New York for me. I had such a close relationship with Wellington Mayor and Bob Tisch, who unfortunately passed away in the same year in 2005, and we had a bad loss to the Carolina Panthers that year. I almost quit that season, and I played another year. Because I thought we had a chance. But in my mind, I knew I was done. I was starting to lose the passion for it, and I was involved in so many other things that I wanted to pursue. And so when I walked away, I really never looked back. I mean, I enjoy the game still. I love analyzing it and being in the sidelines and being amongst the players. But the game itself, I wasn't willing to put the commitment in. And I would never do that to myself or my teammates, to go out and play a game and not be fully committed to
See,
it.
that's admirable. So, what do you think when you hear guys like Brett Favre who flip-flop back and forth?
You know what? I honestly believe Brett can't see himself doing anything else. You know, for me, I saw myself doing something else and walking down a different path, and I started to, spend more time in my off seasons doing that than I did, getting up in the morning, this, and busting your butt in the weight room for hours upon hours of the day to get ready for the grind of 17 weeks of the NFL season. But Brett Favre, I mean, he's still doing it, and he's keeping his, I think, legacy high. And that's the one thing that I always worry about for athletes who just, quote unquote, hang on, is that they drop their legacy value. But he hasn't done that.
Tiki, why do you think it is that you were so criticized for having goals to be in the media?
Because I played in New York City. There's nothing to do in New York City but either love your athletes or figures or hate them. There's no middle ground. But that's why I love playing there, quite to tell you the truth. It was an emotional place to live and play, and they meant sometimes, and they didn't mean sometimes what they were saying, and it kept you on your toes. You had to be aware of what you were doing and the reaction that was going to come from it.
What type of reaction do you get now when you're in New York?
It's funny when I see people and I go to the games, they're like, "Oh, I booed you," and blah blah blah, and then they say, "But I don't know why I booed you, but I loved you when you were here." And it's just like this mob mentality that happens. It's a person is great. People can go either way. You don't even know. It depends on which way the wind is blowing.
Hey, congratulations on your post-football
I
career.
appreciate
We're
it,
proud
guys.
to have you as a member of the media, and thanks for your time.
One more. Your brother.
Yeah.
Named to the All-Decade team.
He did make it to the
Thoughts?
All-Decade team. Rondé is quietly and not so quietly in certain parts of the country had a phenomenal career, a Hall of Fame career. I don't think it'll be an issue when he ultimately decides to retire and that 5 years comes up. He's accomplished a lot. He'll always tell you, when people say, "Well, who's the better," or whatever, he says, "Well, Tiki's the more popular, less talented."
Look at that look.
I say, don't forget better looking though.
You're right.
So,
there you go.
I'm proud of him.
Right.
He's done a whole lot. Actually, he's accomplished a lot more than me athletically, historically, over the course of our life.
Yeah.
I've always been more celebrated because of the position I play. But he's accomplished a lot, and he'll go down as one of the greats in that position.
Because I like you, I'll give you a head start. Start running because of that Johnny's comment. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Take care, guys.